Hello students, this is Yogita Datar, subject teacher of engineering mathematics from Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering, Solapur. We are dealing with the first unit of engineering mathematics 3 syllabus, and that is Laplace transform. So far we have gone through the definition and condition for existence of Laplace transform, and using this definition of Laplace transform we have seen some elementary functions Laplace transform. And again, in the last two lectures, we have seen two properties of Laplace transform. The first one is first shifting theorem or first shifting property. So, what is its statement? If Laplace transform of f of t equal to f bar of s, then Laplace transform of e raised to minus at f of t is equal to f bar of s plus a. And also, its corollary, if L of f of t equal to f bar of s, then L of e raised to at f of t is equal to f bar of s minus a. Then the second property we have seen, that is the change of scale property, and its statement is if L of f of t equal to f bar of s, then L of f of a t equal to 1 upon a f bar of s upon a. Now, in the first lecture of this unit, I have told you that the s, which is a parameter and which is present in the result of Laplace transform of the function, may be real or complex, and if we put the particular value of s, then we get the real number or complex number result. So now today we will solve some examples where we have to put the particular values of s. The question will be like this: evaluate the following. The first one, integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus 2t into sine cube t dt. One way to solve this integration is we can apply the general integration result formulae method to solve this integral, and then we can put the upper limit as infinity and lower limit as 0. But without going to that way, we can apply the Laplace transform method to get the result in a very simple steps. So for this we require the definition of Laplace transform. So by definition of Laplace transform, we have L of f of t equal to integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. See, when we can apply this method, if in the given integration the limits of integration are 0 to infinity, there is one exponential function and another function may be algebraic, trigonometric, exponential, logarithmic, hyperbolic, anything, but the integration should be within the limit 0 to infinity. Then and then only we can apply this method. Next, so comparing the given integral with the definition of Laplace transform like this, we get s equal to 2 and f of t equal to sine cube t. So compare these two sides of the equation or equality, you will get the integration is with the same variable and within the same limits. E raised to minus st on LHS, on RHS it is e raised to minus 2t. So easily we can say that s equal to 2 here, and the function of t is here sine cube of t. So this is nothing but the given integration we can write as the Laplace transform of sine cube of t with s equal to 2. So remember this one. This is very important step. We have to just find out the Laplace transform of sine cube of t using the previously studied methods, or you may say that using the elementary function Laplace transform results, and then in that result replace s by 2. So you will get the answer. Now we will go to the next step. So first we have to find out the Laplace transform of sine cube of t. As we know that we are having the Laplace transform of sine t and not sine cube of t. So it is necessary to express this sine cube of t in linear terms, that is in the terms with degree 1. So L of sine cube of t is nothing but L of 3 by 4 sine t minus 1 by 4 sine 3t. That is sine cube t is equal to 3 by 4 sine t minus 1 by 4 sine 3t. And as we have seen in the previous examples, this L of the complete term can be written as 3 by 4 L of sine t minus 1 by 4 L of sine 3t. Why we can write this? Because 3 by 4 and 1 by 4 both are the constant multipliers. So by the linearity property of the Laplace transform, this can be written as 3 by 4 L of sine t minus 1 by 4 L of sine 3t. And these are now very simple terms whose Laplace transform results can be easily find out. So the next step, therefore L of sine cube t is equal to this 3 by 4 as it is. Laplace transform of sine cube of t is 1 upon s square plus 1. Why it is so? Because here a equal to 1. And what is L of sine t? L of sine t is equal to a upon s square plus a square. And here at is t, means a equal to 1. So this becomes 1 upon s square plus 1 square, that is 1. And what about the second term? Here a equal to 3. So it becomes a upon s square plus a square, that is 3 upon s square plus 9. Now you have to just write the value of s as 2 in this result. So you will get 3 by 4 as it is. 1 upon s square plus 1 is now 1 upon 2 square plus 1 minus 1 by 4 as it is. The fraction numerator 3 as it is. Denominator s square plus 9 becomes 2 square plus 9. Now just simplify these terms. So it is 3 by 4 1 upon 4 plus 1 minus 1 by 4 3 upon 4 plus 9. That is 3 by 4 into 1 by 5 minus 1 by 4 into 3 by 13. On simplifying, you will get the answer as 6 upon 65. So here it is confirmed that if we put the particular value of s, we get the real number or the complex number answer. So in this way you have to solve the examples which are asked under the question. Evaluate the following provided the integration should be within the limit 0 to infinity and one of the integrand term must be the exponential term, so that we can get the value of s. Okay, now one more example we will solve using this same method. So the second example is integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus 3t t raised to 5 and integration with respect to time t. Okay, again here the limits of integration are from 0 to infinity and the integrand is having one exponential term, that is e raised to minus 3t. Solution, same procedure. First you have to write the definition of Laplace transform and its corresponding mathematical form. L of f of t equal to integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus st f of t dt. So comparing the given integration with this standard form, you can easily identify value of s, that is 3, and the function of t is nothing but the algebraic term t raised to 5. Okay, the next step, the comparison. It gives us s equal to 3 and function as t raised to 5. So obviously we have to find here Laplace of t raised to 5. So the given integration is nothing but the Laplace transform of t raised to 5, where the value of s is 3. So first you have to find the Laplace transform of t raised to 5. Okay, so Laplace transform of t raised to 5 means here the index of t is 5. 5 is a positive integer. So here you have to apply the formula L of t raised to n equal to n factorial divided by s raised to n plus 1. So replacing n by 5 in this general formula, we get 5 factorial upon s raised to 5 plus 1, that is 120 upon s raised to 6. What do you mean by 5 factorial? It is nothing but 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 5 4s are 20, 3 is 60 into 2, 120. So the numerator is 120 and the result is 120 upon s raised to 6. But this is not the required answer. So to get the required answer, we have to put this value of s as 3 in this f bar of s. So it becomes 120 upon s raised to 6 means 3 raised to 6. Numerator no s term, so no change at all. Denominator 3 raised to 6, that is 729. You may simplify this one further. So this is your final answer where it is a real number. So when the question is like to evaluate the following and the integration is within the limit from 0 to infinity, one of the integrand is having the exponential term, then in that case you can apply this method to get the answer. Now I will give you some examples for practice. So question will be as it is, evaluate the following. The first one, e raised to minus 3t cos square t to be integrated with respect to time t within the limit 0 to infinity. So here surely the function is cos square t. So you have to first find the Laplace transform of cos square t, and in that result you have to put s equal to 3. Next example, e raised to minus 5t sin h cube of t dt. Here s is 5 and function is sin h cube t dt. So find the Laplace transform of sin h cube t and then in that result put s equal to 5. Third example, e raised to minus 4t. Surely it gives s equal to 4 and you have to put this s equal to 4 in the Laplace transform of sin cube of t, as we have done in the first example of today's lecture. And the last example, e raised to minus 4t cos hyperbolic cube of t dt. First find the Laplace transform of cos cube t using the standard results, and in the result put s equal to 4. So such type of examples sometimes may be asked for 1 mark in MCQs or in the fill in the blanks for type of questions, or they may ask such type of examples for 3 to 4 marks. In the next lecture we will see the next property of Laplace transform. Thank you.